Welcome to another D3+1 battle report. This time 1500 points of Necrons versus Eldar. So starting off with the Necron force.
So being led by Nemazar Zandrek, and he's in a squad of 20 warriors. To the right we have a Ghost Ark with 10 warriors in it as well. And hiding in the bushes. We have 10 Immortals using Tesla weapon. They've also been joined by a Lord who has got Mindshackle Scarabs, Resurrection Orb and Tesseract Labyrinth. Had 20 points, thought I would spend it.
What you got in reserves?
Well, no.
Reserves.
Not reserves, still got my 6 Wraiths with Whip Coils. And reserves, not including these guys because they're in the Ghost Ark, 5 Death Marks and a Doom Scythe.
So you got 10 more warriors that are in the Doom Scythe then?
No, those 10 warriors are in the Ghost Ark.
Oh, right.
They're just fake models in there.
Okay, we've got 1500 points of Eldar, led by Farseer, who rolled for his powers. He got Guide, Prescience and Psychic Shriek. He also has a Singing Spear. So he's joining that squad of D-Scythe Wraithguard, and they'll all be inside a Wave Serpent that's on the board, which has Twin Link Scatter Lasers and Shuriken Cannon and Holofields. There's 6 Dire Avengers, one of them's an Exarch. He has the Twin Linked Avenger Catapult and Shield of Grace. And they're in another Wave Serpent, exactly the same. Twin Link Scatter Lasers, Holofields, Underslung Shuriken Cannon. We have stock Wraith Knight, so 2 heavy Wraith Cannons. We have an attack on Jetbike. He has Mantle of the Laughing God. He's got a Laser Lance, he's got a Fusion Gun, and I believe he's got a Phoenix Gem as well.
He does.
He does, yes. We've got 5 Warp Spiders, including the Exarch, who has a Spinneret Rifle and Fast Shot. 6 Swooping Hawks. The Exarch has a Sun Rifle. 2 squads of 3 Guardian Jetbikes. The ones without any insignias on have Shuriken Cannon. That's it, 1500 points. We've got Purge the Alien. You can tell from deployment style, Night Fighting is in turn 1, and I'm going to roll see if I can steal the initiative for the Eldar. Which I don't, so Necron's turn 1.
So end of Necron turn 1, the Immortals with the Lord moved and ran into the forest. They are clambering all over the rocks.
We're not rolling for mysterious terrain.
Nah, too much effort for it. The 20 warriors with the Nemazar moved up 6 inches. Ghost Ark moved up and then turbo boosted a bit, ran around in circles for it. And the Wraiths moved and ran a nice 6 inches. They're jumping straight into the fray. Over here, they didn't run, because my plan was to try and steal the first blood, which I managed to do. 9 warriors took shots at the 3 jet bikes that were closest, killed one of them, and then they failed and ran off the board.
I failed 1 save and then failed the leadership by quite a considerable amount, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
So the first blood. And 1 point for Purge the Alien.
Yep. Time to lose.
Okay, so end of Eldar turn 1. 2 Wave Serpents moved further into the corner here, unleashed like everything, and everything was twin linked into the Immortals. I killed a lot more than that, but they have pretty good reanimation rolls, so yeah, so we only got in total, what, 4 dead?
4 dead.
4 dead, not so good. The Wraith Knight jumped over here, fired his 2 cannons into the Ghost Ark, and managed to get 1 glance.
1 glance.
Didn't pass your cover save, even on a 3+. We lost the Warp Spider to their jump move over here, so I rolled double, so he went face palmed. They shot into the squad of warriors here.
1 came back.
Killing 3, 1 of them came back from reanimation, then they used their jump moves and so on to move all the way back, even further back than when they started. The Autark on the jet bike fired into the same squad over here, but he didn't get any wounds at all. Yeah, he did terrible. The 3 jet bikes here managed to cause 1 wound on one of the
Wraiths. And then ran away.
And then they pulled back as well. And that's it.
End of Necron's turn 2.
Yes, it's going slowly.
Doom Scythe came in, Death March didn't. Fired its heat rate into the Warp Spiders and the jet bikes. Didn't ruin the Warp Spider, got a 1. Didn't like that. But killed 2 of the jet bikes. The Tesla Destructor then fired into the Warp Spiders, killed one of them. He made both his leaderships though.
Yep.
I want him to run off the table.
They don't have bad leadership. I was just really bad luck with the first turn, that's all.
Okay. Immortals moved up, fired into the Autarch, and did nothing. He just saves everything. 3+ re-rolling for cover. No.
It could be better if you weren't taking away one of his...
Yes. So the Wraiths, bad position on my part. They're having to first look at the board, but he's going to run into the corner.
You didn't have a choice because you deployed first. I just
know.
deployed as far away from them as possible.
We'll just keep chasing him. We'll corner him in there. And the Immortals moved up into the trench lines. Then, not the Immortals, the Warriors. They then fired into the Autarch as well.
I did nothing.
Yes. Well, no, I get lots of wounds, but he just saves everything. He rerolls too many dice.
It's Eldar trickery for you.
There you go.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 2. Things are getting interesting. The 2 Wave Serpents moved up a bit, shot their scatter lasers and shuriken cannons only into the squad of Immortals. They just seem to keep springing back up from nowhere. The Wraith Knight himself actually fired into them, killed one more. He charged but failed the charge distance, just over there. The Warp Spiders over here had moved over, shot into them, and then that was interesting. Shot into them and jumped back here. So you're talking about like what? That's like 4 units now that have shot into them, and they're still going. This jet bike shot his cannon into the Doom Scythe, Night Scythe.
He actually hit, but then didn't get any damage.
I hit, but I didn't manage to get a pen through or anything. The Autarch, star of the show, shot into this squad of warriors. He then charged them, killed 3.
2 came back.
2 came back. You passed your leadership check, and I passed my initiative test to do hit and run and pull back out over here. And I think that was about it. Oh, the Hawks. Hawks came down, dropped a pipe plate over here, and killed a couple of guys. They also shot their guns, including the sun rifle, into them, and they passed their blind test. But then the Hawks ran back behind the building there.
End of Necron's turn 3. Things are getting a little bit interesting. So the Deathmarks did come in, and they just removed the Hawks.
For Hawks?
Yeah.
Now you've got to put death marks at the far end of the board now.
Yeah, but now you can't do your large blasts anymore. That's the thing that's quite deadly, because that removes Necrons from the table straight away. So the Necrons are back up to 20, full man from the repair barrage, which is cool. You can't kill them, can you?
I have ways.
No, you don't. The Wraith Knight got charged by the Wraiths and tied fight. I caused 1, he caused 1.
Yep.
And yep, it was just the Immortals with the Lord there, charged into the back. Now the great thing this time though is I removed his hit and run from Nemazar before I charged him, so he can't run away. And then he started hitting himself because he failed mind shackles.
Yeah, I caused 1 wound to myself, and that was it.
Yes. It's fun to watch him hit himself.
Actually, I think I passed all my wounds. I think you caused 1 with one of the warriors. I can't remember.
No.
Or was it with me? Either way, he lost 1 wound, but he passed his leadership.
Yes, which is even better. I want him to stay there.
End of Eldar turn 3, the Wave Serpent moved up here, dropped off its payload. What I should have done actually is swiveled the turret around and shot at somebody, but completely forgot to do that. So they're ready for the next turn. They shot into the warriors over here. I killed quite a few of them, but he got every single one of them came back. So
he caused 7 wounds total with things firing at it.
So yeah, the Wave Serpent over here fired into them as well. This jetbike here fired into them as well, but they're still at max strength. The Wraith Knight managed to lose a wound to the Wraiths,
and I lost the Wraith.
I killed another Wraith outright. The Autarch took another wound from himself, wasn't it?
Yes,
from himself from Mind Shackle Scarabs, but he passed leadership, etc.
He is beating himself up there.
He is.
Yep.
His friends are coming, don't worry.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. So, end of Necron's turn 4. To start off with the boring part, foot slogging. They did their job though. It's kill points. They got a kill point. They're probably cheaper than the unit they killed. Flyer came back in. I know he's being propped up by a model. Ignore that. He did his job and he removed the Dire Avengers. One of them is now running away. You're doing a lot of that today, aren't you?
I'm rolling really badly for leadership.
It's about time, though. The Necrons over here, can't believe it. I managed to get 6 glancing rolls on the Wave Serpent, and he passed all of them.
6 cover saves against them all.
And then 15 shots from this one here, and it failed on one of them. From the Ghost Ark and the 10 warriors inside. Back to the big fight, but it's not a big fight anymore. We were going 1 for 1, we then went for 0 to 0.
Yeah, I managed to get like all 4 wounds, and then you passed all 4 vulnerable saves.
I got a really bad to hit roll though.
And then I finally managed to pass my Mind Shackle Scarabs test.
Yes, but he still can't run away though.
I still didn't cause any wounds, but neither did you.
No. It's getting quite fun now.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 4. This Wave Serpent here managed to take 2 hull points off of this marked and destroy the what's it called, the laser thing?
The Death Ray.
Death Ray. Destroyed that. It's also on a Crusader and Sludville too, so it can only move 18 inches and it can't turn. And it's firing snapshots for its...
He's going to go off the board, really.
This Wave Serpent dropped off the D-Scythe Wraithguard. Between the D-Scythe Wraithguard, this last remaining Dire Avenger, the Wave Serpent and this last jet bike on the board, and rolling for Psychic Shriek from this, we ended up taking something like 16 models off the board in total.
Yep,
and
8 came back.
8 of them came back up again afterwards. Did the race do combat there?
Yes, yeah, I lost another model.
Oh, that's right, you lost.
I didn't cause a wound.
Yeah, but they're fearless, and so is he. And over here, the Autarch finally succumbed. His Phoenix Gem popped. Only managed to cause 1 wound with the Phoenix Gem.
And I
passed
survived.
his armor save. So the poor Autarch is dead, but he's not my warlord, so that's not a terrible loss. And he tied them up for quite some time. Okay.
So end of Necron turn 5. Foot slogging. That's all they can do at this point. The 4 Immortals and the Lord were going to charge in and do some Mind Shackles, but this one little guy survived 15 shots from the Ghost Ark over here. He just didn't want to die, so I had to do it. I wanted to kill the Wraith Knight, but I'm not going to get it this turn here. Flyer has to go straight forward, can't do anything else. Kind of immobilized him. The Immortals, the warriors down there got Tank Hunter and then took apart the Wave Serpent.
Yeah, there's a lot of glances you get for a Tank Hunter with Ghost weapons.
And we're back to equal fighting here, where he's on 3 wounds and I've got 3 things left.
Yeah, he took a wound off me, but he's fearless.
We're still going strong.
Okay, end of Eldar turn 5. This Wave Serpent decided to ignore the Doom Scythe, Night Scythe, whatever. Took out 3 of these with those shields and scatter lasers, and
one came back.
Of them got back up. They didn't take a leadership check.
They're fine.
They're fine. The combat between the Wraith Knight and the Wraiths, they took 1 wound off him. He passed all of his cover saves, his vulnerable saves again, so they're locked in combat still. This bike and all the D-Scythes ripped into these. I think I killed something like 12, and then like another 8 came back, or something ridiculous, but
killed 4.
4 more stayed dead out of some crazy number. And they passed their leadership before that as well. And I think that was it. It's starting to wind down, so we'll see whether the game continues. Does not.
Uh-oh.
So,
you haven't killed a single...
I haven't actually annihilated a single unit, though I've probably killed about 100 Necrons. So it looks like that's, what, 3 to... Wait, let's see. The Hulks died, one of the squad's jet bikes died, the Dire Avengers died, the Wave Serpent died, you got First Blood.
Autarch died.
And the Autarch died. So that's 6.
6 to 0.
6 to 0. I think if the game had gone on and I'd managed to eventually like get the D-Scythes up there, I could probably have eliminated this eventually. It's at the very
Well, plan isn't this turn. He's going to start hitting himself.
Yeah,
I want to kill him.
Tying up an awful lot of stuff there, and then
I want to kill him.
The problem is that there's another vulnerable point sitting back here. This list is not very good for kill points because it's quite fragile. It's just speedy. Yeah. It's designed to get around to awkward objectives and cause a bit of harassment.
If it's point wise, it would have been a bit different, but kill points, I had the advantage.
Yeah. Necrons are pretty good for kill points because they've just got that staying power. So like your 1500 points of guys kind of equates to like 2000 points worth of guys. But you've got some really good reanimation rolls, and you did pretty well for your armor saves. Your shooting not necessarily that great, but your saves and your reanimations were good. My shooting was terrible. My leadership saves were terrible. I think I failed just about every leadership save going. Except for the only one that I wanted to fail was the Autarch one, so he could come out of combat, and I didn't.
He never failed it. I did like the turn 1 first blood and point. That was a very good one. It may have been him running off the board, but it was still definitely worth it.
I wasn't expecting to A, fail leadership on that, and then B, run off the board, but these things happen. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for another battle report.